Hey everyone, welcome to my channel IQ Booster AR. Today is 17th of August and in this video I'll be updating you with the current affairs related to 17th of August. So let's start with today's first question, that is, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi has set a target of becoming an energy independent country by which year? The right answer is D. 2047. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently set the target of becoming an energy independent country by the year 2047. This was announced by him when India was celebrating its 75th Independence Day and also started National Hydrogen Mission to develop a carbon-free fuel made by renewable energy. When India will complete its 100 years of independence, that is, in the year 2047, India will be an energy independent country as announced by PM Modi. Indian government is focusing on ethanol policy, biofuel and also providing subsidy on e-vehicles according to the FAME 2 project. Also, Delhi government is encouraging its citizens to use e-vehicles by relieving the e-vehicles users from all the road taxes. Now, the second question is, Son Chidiya, a logo and brand, has been launched by which ministry? The right answer is A. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Secretary of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Durga Shankar Mishra has launched the logo and brand name Son Chidiya to promote market products of urban self-help groups SHG. This would enhance women participation and make them financially empowered. Now, what are these self-help groups? These groups are involved in the livelihood activities like making toys, clothes and production of food products, etc. These are then sold in the neighboring markets, but still they don't get much profit with this, and the reason being that they don't have a brand or logo or any kind of recognition in the market. For that, government have launched this Son Chidiya. With this, the products made by women of urban self-help groups will get this brand and logo in their products. And to sell this, government also arrange platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. And now, the third question is, who launched the National Vehicle Scrappage Policy with an aim to modernize the vehicle population in India? The right answer is option C, Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually addressed the Investors Summit 2021 in Gujarat and launched the National Vehicle Scrappage Policy to scrap the old, inefficient and polluting vehicles in an environment-friendly manner. For this, Tata Motors signed a memorandum of understanding with the Gujarat state government through the Ports and Transport Department to support the setting up of a vehicle scrapping facility in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The policy will generate investment of more than 10,000 crores to set up 450 to 500 automatic testing units and 60 to 70 registered vehicle scraping facilities or scraping centers across India. Under the policy, a certificate will be provided on scraping the old vehicle, and those who are having that certificate will not have to pay for registration on the purchase of new vehicle. Now, if we talk about Gujarat, its Chief Minister is Vijay Rupani, and you should remember the wildlife sanctuaries in Gujarat: Girnar Wild Sanctuary, Wild S Sanctuary, Jaisore Sloth Bear Sanctuary. And now, the fourth question is, government of which state launched e-crop survey initiative? The right answer is C, Maharashtra. The state government of Maharashtra launched this e-crop survey initiative. Uddhav Thackeray, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, launched this initiative. This will be jointly implemented by the Department of Revenue and Agriculture and Tata Trusts. The project was introduced as a pilot in 2 districts of the state. The mobile application of e-crop survey will reduce the difficulties of the farmers and provide them crop related information without any inconvenience. The government of Maharashtra has introduced a digitized 7 by 12 document and extract from the land register that the farmers can now access through the mobile phones. The digital system will support the farmers to get compensation from the government when the crops are damaged due to unpredictable weather and heavy or lack of rain. The farmer will be trained on how to register their crops on the mobile application. Now, if we talk about Maharashtra, then Bhagat Singh Koshyari is the governor and Uddhav Thackeray is the chief minister. There are 2 national parks and 2 wildlife sanctuary in Maharashtra, Gugamal National Park and Tadoba National Park, and the wildlife sanctuaries are Radhanagiri Wildlife Sanctuary and Sagarveshwar Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, the fifth question is, which Indian Commission released report on minority schools in the country? The right answer is A. National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. The NCPCR conducted a nationwide assessment of minority schools and released a report titled Impact of Exemption under Article 15 Clause 5 with regards to Article 21A of the Constitution of India on education of minority communities. Now, what are the articles that are involved in this? The 93rd Constitution Amendment Act inserted Clause 5 in Article 15 and empowered the state to form any policy for the upliftment of the socially backward class in all aided and unaided educational institutes except minority educational institutes. And about Article 21A. Article 21A was operationalized with the RTE Act to provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years as a fundamental right. The objective of this report was to study the impact of Article 15 Clause 5 and Article 21A of the Constitution of India regarding the exemption of minority schools and education of children of minority communities. National Commission for Minorities under the NCM Act 1992 has notified Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains are the minority communities of India. The report by NCPCR gives an analysis of 23,487 minority schools across India. As per the report, 62.50% of students in minority schools belong to non-minority communities. Only 8.76% of total students in minority schools belong to socially and economically disadvantaged background. Now, if we talk about National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, it is a body under the Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005, under the administration control of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. It was established in the year 2007. Its headquarters is situated in New Delhi and its chairperson is Priyanka Kanungo. And now, the sixth question is, who launched India's first cattle genomic chip, IndiGao, for conservation of indigenous cattle breeds? The right answer is A. Jitendra Singh. Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State Science and Technology, Minister of State Earth Sciences, released IndiGao, India's first and world's largest cattle genomic chip for the conservation of pure varieties of indigenous cattle breeds like Gir, Kankraj, Sahiwal, Ongole, etc. The chip was developed by the scientists of National Institute of Animal Biotechnology. This chip is a purely indigenous product which has been developed by the lines of Atmanirbhar Bharat. It has 11,496 markers, which are more than 777k Illumina chips of the United States and United Kingdom breeds. Department of Biotechnology will implement this technology with the help of other agencies like National Dairy Development Board, Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, etc. It should be noted that NIAB inked a collaborative agreement with NDDB to use these chips in generating phenotypic and genotypic correlations. NIAB has also entered into a memorandum of understanding with private industry to make India capable of designing and making its own SNP chips, which can be further strengthened for bigger chips. Now, the seventh question is, the police department of which state UT has launched EFIR initiative? The right answer is B. Madhya Pradesh. The police department of Madhya Pradesh has launched EFIR initiative. FIR stands for First Information Report. Last year, Madhya Pradesh Police Department launched FIR Aapke Dwar. In this, victims do not have to visit police station to file a FIR. They just have to make a simple call to the police station, and after that, a policeman would come and file your report. Just like this is the EFIR, which has been started by Madhya Pradesh government. Now, the victims do not have to visit the police station again and again, as now the victim can file the FIR digitally. Talk about Madhya Pradesh. Its chief minister is Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Mangubhai Chhaganbhai Patel is the new governor. Also, the name of one of its city, Hosangabad, has been replaced by Narmadapuram. And now, the eighth question is, recently, how many police officers have been awarded by the Union Home Minister's Medal for Excellence in Investigation Award? The right answer is C. 152. 152 police officers have been awarded by the Union Home Minister's Investigation Award. Out of 152, 28 were female officers. This medal was constituted in 2018 with the objective to promote high professional standards of investigation of crime and recognize such excellence in investigation by investigating officers. And now, the ninth question is, according to the report released by the central government, the number of billionaires has decreased to how much in 2020-21? The right answer is C. 136. According to the report released by the central government, the number of billionaires has decreased by 136 in 2020-21. In India, billionaires are the person with a net worth of more than 100 crores. According to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, on the basis of income declared in the income tax return, the number of billionaires in India in the year 2019-20 was 141, which has been decreased to 136 in the year 2020-21. Now, if we talk about India's biggest billionaire, that is Mukesh Ambani, and world's biggest billionaire is Jeff Bezos. And now, the last question for the day is, recently, which state has renamed Hisar Airport after Maharaja Agrasen? The right answer is A. Haryana. Recently, Haryana has renamed Hisar Airport after Maharaja Agrasen. This was in talks from a long time, but now it is confirmed that Hisar Airport in Haryana will be renamed after Maharaja Agrasen. And now, if we talk about other options, option B, Uttar Pradesh. The airport named Ayodhya in Uttar Pradesh will be known by the name of Lord Rama now. Option C. Maharashtra. The title Maharaja had been added to the Chhatrapati Airport in the year 2018. Option D. The Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi was in talks recently, as it had been awarded by Skytrax as India's best airport for the third consecutive year this time. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you liked the video, so please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.